Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the chapter solution, unit 2 in your textbook. So before that, we must know what is solution. So it is a very simple, you know that a solution is a homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture means it is a uniform mixture. Uniform mixture means all the components present there are equal proportion in all the parts of the mixture. So a solution may be two or more components. The components whose quantity is larger, that is called as solvent. Of course, if water is there, then that is always the solvent, because water is an universal solvent. And the components whose quantities are smaller, lesser, these are called as solute. So to be the solution, there is one solvent and another are solute. Solution means solvent plus solute. Now you remember, here we will discuss a solution with only two components. That means these are called as binary solution. So binary solution means a solution of two components. One is solvent and another is solute only. So to make you clear about the solution, here I am taking the three components. One is water, it is in the liquid state. Another, this is a salt, that is in a solid state. Similarly, another, that is a sugar, that is also in a solid state. Now if we mix this salt with water and you stir it for a few seconds, then this will be disappearing. Then we call that this salt is dissolved here. That means it will give you an uniform mixture, a homogeneous mixture, means both will come into the single phase. Here we call it is an aqueous phase. So here if you taste or if you examine, then you will find equal proportion of both the components in all part of the solution. Whether you take it from bottom, top, middle, wherever you take, you will find the equal proportion of salt and water here. So it is now called as a solution, and this is a binary solution, means here only two components are there. One is water, another is the salt, means this is a solution of two components. So that will be called as a binary solution. Here water, that is a solvent, and salt is called as solute. Here further we can put some sugar. If you put some sugar there, then that will be also dissolved there. If you stir, then that will be also dissolved here. But now you cannot call it is a binary solution, because here three components are there. Water is the solvent and other two are the solute here, salt and sugar. So you cannot call it is a binary solution. To be the binary solution, you remember there are only two components there, and you remember here only you will discuss about the binary solutions. So now what are the topics we are to discuss under this chapter, that we are to know first. So we will see here now the topics covered under this chapter. Now you see, so the solution class 2 unit 2, class 12 unit 2. So myself preparing this. Now we'll see the topic covered under this chapter are types of solution. So what are the different types of solution we have to discuss here? Then expressing concentration of a solution. expressing concentration of a solution means how much solute and solvents are there. We have to discuss that strength of the solution or concentration of a solution. So that is, there are different ways to discuss the or to express the concentration of solution. These are mass percentage, parts per million, mole fraction. Another two more are there, that is molarity and molality. So we are to discuss all these different ways of expressing concentration of a solution separately. Now the another topic is the solubility, and under this we have to discuss Henry's law, Raoult's law, and vapor pressure of solution. So next topic is the solubility, and under this we have to study the Henry's law, Raoult's law, and vapor pressure of solution. Next, ideal and non-ideal solution. What are ideal and non-ideal solution? Next, colligative properties. So we have got 4 colligative properties. So that is number 1, relative lowering of vapor pressure, relative lowering of vapor pressure. Then elevation of boiling point. So this is the elevation of boiling point. Next is depression of freezing point. And last, that is the osmotic pressure. So these are the 4 colligative properties we have to study here. Then we have to study the last topic, that is the abnormal molar mass. So these are the topics covered under this chapter. So we have to discuss one by one. So now today we will discuss the first topic, that is types of solution. Types of solution. What are the different types of solution we will get? So again I am repeating here that in this chapter we are mainly focusing on binary solution. So you remember, that means the solution from 2 components. One is solvent and another is the solute. So according to the phase of solvent means that can be present either in the gas or liquid or solid. A binary solution can be classified into the types you see here. So we are getting always the 3 state of matter, gaseous state. So whenever this is gaseous solution, that means whenever your solvent is in the gas, that solvent is gas. So in that case we will get the gaseous solution. Similarly, solvent may be in the liquid state. Just now we have seen that water, that was the solvent, and that was in a liquid state, and then we call it is a liquid solution. Similarly, we will get the solid solution. Solid solution means that solvent is in a solid state. So in each state of solvent, whether gas, solid or liquid, that solute may be again in the 3 states. So gas, liquid and solid. Say your solvent is in the gaseous state and solute may be in the 3 states, gas, liquid and solid. That means we will get gas in gas solution. So you know that is well mixture of oxygen and nitrogen, the mixture of any kind of gas. Liquid in gas, say chloroform mixed with nitrogen gas. Chloroform you see that is obtained in that of the liquid state. So whenever you mix it with nitrogen, then what happens, quickly it go to that of the gaseous state and we will get a gaseous mixture, and that will be a homogeneous mixture. So we will get liquid in gas solution, that means a gaseous solution. Similarly, solid in gas, camphor, you know camphor. So it is a sublimable substance, quickly it sublime to that of the gaseous state. So whenever camphor, suppose we put in a particular gas, say nitrogen, then camphor go to that of the gaseous state, and accordingly we will get that gaseous mixture, a homogeneous mixture. So that will be your gaseous solution. So similarly, solvent may be in the liquid state and the solute may be gas, liquid and solid. That means gas in liquid, say oxygen dissolve in water, you know. Liquid in liquid, ethanol dissolve in water. Solid in liquid, just now we have seen glucose or sugar or salt dissolve in water. Similarly, solid solutions. means solid is your solvent, that means solvent is in the solid state, and gas in solid, say solution of hydrogen and palladium. Then liquid in solid, amalgam of mercury with sodium, sodium amalgam. So you know that mercury, that is in a liquid state, sodium is a solid state, so sodium amalgam. So that mixture will be your uniform mixture, homogeneous mixture, so that will be a solution. Here mercury is in sodium, that means mercury in liquid state and sodium in the solid state, so liquid in solid, so solid solution. Similarly, solid and solid, any kind of alloy, you know, say suppose bell metal, any a brass, etc., any kind of alloy, here two more metals or non-metals are mixed uniformly, so that is your solid state, solid solution. So this way, depending upon the phase of the solvent and the state or phase of the solute, so we are getting 3 is a 9 type of solution, you remember. So how many types of solution we'll get? That is a 9 type of solution. So solvent may be present in the 3 state, gas, liquid and solid. Similarly, solute may be also present in gas, liquid and solid in each case of solvent, and thereby you are getting 3 is a 9 type of solution. So this is the types of solution. There is another classification of the solution, that is according to the quantity of solute and solute in the solution. So that is called saturated, unsaturated and supersaturated. You know it very well, already you have got. So saturated means the exactly required amount of salt is there in a particular amount of solvent, then we call it is a saturated solution. That means no more salt can be dissolved there, so that will be called as a saturated solution. And unsaturated solution means less number of solute is there. If the quantity of solute is less than the requirement, then that is called as the unsaturated solution. And another is the supersaturated solution, means if more amount of solute is dissolved in a solution, that is called supersaturated solution. Of course, the stability of supersaturated solution is very, very less. So this is the end of today's topic. So we are to discuss the different topics covered under this chapter in the following class, and one by one we will discuss in the following class. So thank you for today. Thank you.